Welcome everyone to our year-end Mac Race studio. Mark and I are actually in the same location.
Together after 3 years.
So we're here at the Final Cut Pro Summit in LA, and we wanted to wish you and your family happy holidays, Merry Christmas, or whatever holiday you're celebrating. Thank you for your support over this past year. We really appreciate it.
And we're really looking forward to 2023. We're gonna have a ton of content for you guys. Can't wait. So have a great holiday, and we will see you in the new year.
And here's our new tip.
In this video, Mark and I wanted to do something a little different and show you some of our favorite gear and shooting accessories for 2022. I'll start by mentioning that we'll both be using Continuity Cam, introduced with macOS Ventura. Now, Continuity Cam lets you use your iPhone as a webcam, but it also utilizes the widescreen camera of your phone to record the desk in front of you. Now, we thought this would be a cool way to showcase the gear you're about to see. Now, because we're using Continuity Cam, the first piece of hardware I want to show you is the mount I'm using. I found this one on Amazon for 18 bucks. You just attach the mount to your iPhone using the MagSafe, then attach it to your laptop screen. So with that, let's look at our first piece of gear.
I shoot with a GoPro quite a bit, and often I'll use the GoPro as my primary camera, which means I need to mount it to a tripod. Now you can get these little tripod adapters on Amazon and different places, and they've got the 1/4-inch threads. And of course, you can just screw them right onto whatever tripod you have. But one of the problems that I have with these, and it's quite annoying, is that these little plastic pieces, they break off over time. Not to mention these little nuts will pop out and you'll lose them. So these are not the best solutions. In fact, they are the bane of my existence. So I found these replacements on Amazon. They're metal. And you can get the link below. And what's nice is the nut is integrated into the mount. It's nice anodized red, comes in blue and black, so it's easy to see, nice and solid. You never have to worry about these breaking off in the field, and they work great. Another one of my favorite pieces of gear is the Rode Wireless Go 2 microphones. I use these quite a bit in the field. And one of the things I like about them is that you can use them in wireless mode, meaning you can use these transmitters, 1 and 2, and send them to this wireless receiver that's connected to your camera. But often when I'm in a hurry, I'll just record directly to the transmitters. There is solid state flash memory in these, which means you just press a button and record, and then you can sync it up in post. Because I use these quite a bit, kind of worry about dropping them, I found these little silicone cases on Amazon. They're flexible enough to stretch over the units, and they fit super snug. There are holes for the microphone, the lights, the button, really nice, so that I can easily identify which transmitter is which. I got this little pen, this little paint pen, and just right on the rubber, I'll just mark this receiver. There's transmitter 1, and there's transmitter 2. And of course, I already have the R marked out for receiver. But this is how I use these Rode wireless mics. The next item I want to take a look at is this Ulanzi cage for the GoPro, specifically the GoPro 9, 10, and 11, so it'll fit all three. This cage is a beast. It's solid metal. If you ever need extreme protection for your GoPro, this would be the cage you would want. So the question is, why would I want a cage for my GoPro? Isn't it made for extreme sports? Well, yes, it is. But there are things that this cage will do that the standard GoPro AV accessory won't do. For one, it has a 52mm thread on the outside, which makes it easy to mount polarizing filters or neutral density filters or what have you. But that's not why I use it. I use it to mount my Padcaster teleprompter, which I use quite a bit in all my productions. And normally I use this with my high-end cameras like my Sony A7S III, but occasionally I find it useful to have it mounted to the GoPro, and this is really the best way to do it. So the Padcaster comes with these rings, different step-up rings. There's 52, 76, 82, what have you. So I just take this 52mm ring and just screw it right onto the front of the cage. Then I take the Padcaster and just snap it right on there. You can see that the GoPro camera is perfectly centered within the Padcaster. It's really great teleprompting solution. So here it is. I just mount this on a tripod, and now I have a teleprompting solution for my GoPro camera in the field. So for me, the camera of the year is this Insta360 One RS. It has 1-inch sensors, which makes it extremely sensitive in low light. It shoots incredible 6K video and raw photos. It has an app for your phone and for the Mac that uses AI that'll reframe your shots. You can export ProRes video to bring into Final Cut Pro. It is the perfect action cam for me because I never have to worry about where I'm pointing the camera because it shoots everything. It's a great camera, and without a doubt, I've had more fun with this camera than any other camera that I've owned. Now, this next potential gift is something that has nothing to do with video, but if you're into a cool Christmas present, this is it. It's a Die Hard Christmas, and we all know that Die Hard is a Christmas movie, and this is the ultimate book for any Die Hard fan. It tells the Die Hard story in kind of a Christmas cadence and rhymes. It's got excellent artwork. So the book follows closely with the movie as we follow the exploits of John McClane as he battles terrorists in the Nakatomi Tower.
Okay, here are a couple things that I really feel like I can't live without and use when I'm traveling all the time, when I'm shooting somewhere. First is the color checker, passport. Now, the key thing about this guy, nice and small and portable, several different charts in here, although really I just use these two right here. But the key part about this is you need to make sure if you get this, you get the video passport. It's got to say video there. Otherwise, these color chips are not going to be the right color. But always carry this and use it on every shot. It really helps to make things work when shooting, to make sure we can match cameras together. Next, I love these. So I just keep a little case of these guys. This is a couple of little T7s, and I always label them, put what's on them, note when they're empty. These are Samsung T7s. They're 1 terabyte drives. I would get 2 terabytes now, but I use these things all the time. And I always make sure I carry one of these guys with me, USB-C cable, to be able to connect them, but I can't live without these things. In addition, I love the SanDisk ones too. I'm not real particular. These work great too. I just use this for a project. And I like to put my contact info in the back in case I lose this guy. Always have the cable with it too. Another thing I really love is using these Eneloop batteries that you can recharge. So I burn through AA batteries like crazy, so I just leave this thing plugged in all the time so I can have batteries around. Super useful. Another great thing is this Aperture little light here. Really, I don't carry the whole case with me. I just bring this little light by itself. Works great. Has by color. You can change the colors. You can go to cool or warm, 3200, 5600, and you can also do all kind of colors and effects, but really I just mostly use it for standard lighting to help light situations up. So love this guy as well. And the case comes with some additional stuff in here, especially there's like a softbox that you can put on it here and charging cable. And you can adhesively mount it somewhere. I don't use this. It just takes too much color away, or takes too much temperature away, luminosity. And this has magnets on the back though, so you can attach it to anything that's magnetic. So love those things. Something a little more expensive but super useful for me is the Ninja. And I've had this for a while. There's newer ones out there now, but this thing works great. I have it hooked up to my A7 S3 right now, and the thing I love about this is being able to add LUTs into it, because I shoot on my A7 S3 with a custom LUT, and what you can do here is add custom LUTs. You can see up here at the top it says I've got a neutral A7 S3 LUT on there, but I've got different ones that I can load in. There's a Leeming LUT. You can see the name of it down right here. Another Leeming LUT. This is more the standard conversion from S-Log3 to Rec 709, and this is the one I usually use, is the Phantom LUT that I like, that I use in Final Cut Pro and DaVinci Resolve actually. So either way, I can see on set pretty much exactly what I'm going to see after the fact. By the way, if you do use this Ninja, what I love also for it is this little case for it. It's basically pretty simple. It's got a little snap-on thing there, and then this folds down nice and flat and pops out, so you've got a sunshade, which is absolutely imperative to have with this thing. The other thing that I like with this is this iFootage little spider crab, and this thing is super sturdy and super flexible, and once you tighten it up, it's not going anywhere. So I use it to mount my Ninja to the camera frame, to a tripod, whatever, and it comes with these little inserts that you pop into it. I've got one on the bottom here that you, slide into there and mount it anywhere. So this guy is super useful. And finally, I just want to show something a little different that I got recently that I found is now indispensable traveling or at home. If I can get it framed up here. This is my Ember Coffee Mug. And I work in the office downstairs, and I bring my coffee down. It gets cold right away. It takes me a long time to drink my coffee. This thing is basically a Bluetooth connected mug that will keep your coffee warm for a good 90 minutes or so. And it's tied to an app, and you use the app to set the temperature, and it can track a bunch of stuff. I don't care about that so much, but it just keeps my coffee warm. Upstairs, it sits on this little mounting plate here that you plug in, but it doesn't have to, it just sits there to charge, but then you can take it anywhere you want and it stays warm. And I love this thing. Really my favorite little thing. I got my wife and I both one for the holidays. That's my list of a few things that you might find useful. I hope you found this useful. I hope you have a great holiday.